Hey. Thanks for waiting for the Queen. Live number 2. Beverly's Weekend Vibes. Thanks for joining me. This will be an in-depth discussion. You're welcome to join the live panel to give your opinion on the said matter. This conversation is about the Black woman and the bisexual man. The down low. Because some men have not come out of the closet to reveal that they are indeed bisexual and or homosexual. And I will be bringing you commentary, a source for the said information. Thank you, Crystal. Thank you, baby. Thank you. Hello, Angie. Thank you. Snack time for the Queen, honey. I'm so sorry. But I had to get some salt in the Queen, honey. Ooh-wee. Thanks for your patience. Thank you, Air Force One. Thanks for joining me. Hello, Barbara. Please be respectful in the chat. Do not use profanity in the chat and or on the panel. Thank you. Hello, Miss Dee Dee. Thank you. Thank you, baby. Thank you, Dorothy. Thank you, Nene. Thank you for your support. I really appreciate it. So what we're going to discuss is, I decided to put Black woman on the title because, I am a Black woman. But this also goes to any race of female that can happen upon a man in her life that she finds out that is a gay man, bisexual, whichever term you would like to use. And this is a serious subject matter because I live here in the South and there is a epidemic with HIV in the South. There are many people who have tested positive for HIV and AIDS. And most of you have heard the stories about the Atlanta metropolitan area has a high rate of HIV women and men. There are a lot of men who are bisexual and or gay, homosexual in the Atlanta metro area. And some of those men may be in the closet still. And some may be actually openly bisexual or gay. And that is the subject matter of this evening, is that would you stay with a man who you later find out is gay, bisexual? And that's the subject matter of this evening. And I want to bring you some information pertaining to the subject matter. And thanks for joining me. Conflating the down low and bisexuality. Promoted in 2004 as the media moment that blew the lid off the down low, a conversation between author J.L. King on the down low and the media mogul Oprah Winfrey served to further divide an already fractured relationship between Black men and women and fuel the narrative that irresponsible sexual behavior amongst Black DL and bisexual men were the cause of an increase in new HIV infections among Black women. Dr. LaShonda Spencer, an infectious disease specialist at MCA Clinic at Los Angeles County USC Medical Center, said studies have shown that these men actually only account for a rather small percentage of HIV infection in the African American community. By far, the majority of women are getting infected by men who are heterosexual and either unaware of their HIV status, have multiple partners, are using injection drugs, or engaging in other high-risk behaviors. In the 16 years since the J.L. King episode originally aired, which can now be considered a precursor to the current conversation surrounding Gillum, the myth persists, despite being debunked by researchers and medical professionals. I think men who identify as bisexual are more often likely to use condoms than men who are on the down low, says a Biff. I say that only because you have to have an actual internal conversation with yourself and acknowledge that I'm about to have sex with a man and I need to protect myself by using a condom. A lot of men who are hiding may not have the wherewithal to do that. With very few safe spaces where Black, bisexual, or men who have sex with men can show up as their authentic selves, absent of judgment, Allen says society has groomed people to live on the DL. And it's not just a Black thing, especially in the South. It's an everybody thing when it comes to Southern culture. You find DL white men, and oftentimes when we talk about DL men, we paint them as Black men only, when in fact they vary. Allen says he'd like to remind people that we're not all DL, we're not all hiding, but we also have to recognize that it's not always safe for us to speak up. Where there's ignorance, there's fear. And that is by thereckoningmag.com. Taking control of the narrative. 3 Black bisexual men speak their truth. Bisexuality is real. Black bisexual men exist. Andrew Gillum happens to be one of those men. Those are the facts. It is also a fact that the lives of Black bisexual men are rarely told by the individuals with the most lived experience and this particular sexual orientation. More often than not, the narrative is shaped by those on the outside looking in who project an obvious disdain for differences in any human being that cannot be contained to an easily identifiable and respectable box. This has been seen in the fallout surrounding Gillum's decision to reveal his bisexuality for the first time on the Tamron Hall Show. The circumstances around the former Tallahassee, Florida mayor and one-time gubernatorial candidate that prompted him to invite the public into one of the most private areas of his life. He provided ammunition for his critics, unrelenting resolve for his supporters, and it has unleashed a barrage of biphobic language and attacks on social media. All of it resulting in the lives of Black bisexual men being caught in the crossfire without the cushion of Gillum's wealth, assets, political connections, or bully pulpit to shape the conversation. The Reckoning is providing a platform to 3 openly bisexual Black men to amplify their truth and to take control of a narrative that has historically been steeped in misinformation and bias and told by everyone but the men who live it. Atlanta resident Kafri Kujichagulia, Abi 54, is one of those men, a librarian, archivist, and openly bisexual HIV/AIDS activist who has been married to his wife for 20 years and is also open about living with HIV, tells The Reckoning that the vile and vicious things that were hurled at bisexuals on Facebook and Twitter in recent days are what triggered me. If I tell you who I am, believe it instead of trying to redefine who I am, said Abif. If I tell you I'm bisexual and you're going to tell me, no, you slept with a man, you're gay, that vile rejection of bisexuality for me led to a very unhappy life, mentally and emotionally, until I got into therapy. If you scroll down any social media news feed and land on an article or discussion thread involving Gilliam or bisexuality, you're certain to find a myriad of comments debating its validity or whether or not this particular sexual orientation is being claimed by Black men due to it being more palatable to those in the straight Black community. It's a line of thinking that Fred, 32, a bisexual Washington, D.C. resident and federal employee for the Department of Treasury, who asks only to be referred to by his first name, says is ignorant and offensive. It undermines somebody's journey and somebody's life, something somebody knows about themselves. You don't know somebody's story. And on top of that, sexuality is a spectrum, he said. If somebody identifies as bisexual, they know the SHIT that is going on, that's going to come to them, said Abif. Nobody stands in that space on the way to being gay. The realization that identifying openly as a bisexual Black man will often be met with misconceptions and sometimes outright hostility is a fact that bisexuals are forced to contend with every day. which can ultimately influence their decision to share the truth about their sexual orientation with others or to remain closeted, sometimes to the detriment of their mental health and relationships. Lack of empathy and support combined with the failure to comprehend bisexuality leaves bisexual Black men in an uncomfortable position, writes Raymond Williams for the Black Youth Project. This correlates with the rise of stress-related disorders. Studies suggest that Black bisexual men experience more health disparities than their gay counterparts. This includes higher rates of depression, anxiety, PTSD, physical assault, among other things. Finding safety in the embrace of Black women. For Fred, who says he was always aware of his attraction to both sexes, but in his mind he knew that he couldn't let them see this part of me because it's not acceptable, echoes the messaging that G. Allen, 35, a Columbus, Georgia native, now residing in Atlanta and working as an HIV/AIDS outreach coordinator, says he internalized about bisexuality as a preteen, growing up in his conservative church-going Seventh-day Adventist family. At the time when I told him about my bisexuality, it wasn't like, ooh, I'm coming out, said Allen. It was more so, hey, y'all pray for me. I'm a church kid, laughter. Pray for me because this is what's going on. This is natural for me. And if this is going to change, I need help. But it wasn't only from straight Black folks in the conservative Black church community that these men say they face hostility because of their sexual orientation. According to Fred and Allen, gay men were often just as uninformed and hostile about their bisexuality as straight people could be. I knew I wasn't just gay, but at the same time, I knew I wasn't DL either. So it was always this balance. I don't want to be DL. But at the same time, I don't feel I 100% assimilate with gay men, he said. And then on top of that, when you tell gay men that you're bisexual, they don't take you seriously or they downplay it and act like you're really a closeted gay man. It's really frustrating. If they Black men have a reservation for some reason, it's because they feel like they may fall short as it pertains to their physical adequacy. That I may need something else, when in fact, that's not really what that means when it comes to being bisexual, said Allen. Both men say they found safety and acceptance as bisexual men in their romantic relationships with Black women, which completely undermines the pervasive myth that when informed of their partner's bisexuality identity, that Black women are less likely to pursue a romantic relationship. Fred tells the reckoning about an experience he had with a college girlfriend during undergrad in Alabama HBCU. I told her straight up that I was bisexual and it didn't stop anything from happening. He said, it was actually an amazing experience because I never felt so free and open with anybody, to be honest. It wasn't until I had somebody like that to truly affirm and accept me completely that I really was like, that feels good. This feels natural. Allen says he doesn't wait to inform potential dates of his sexual orientation, preferring to get it out in the open early and to set the tone for the honest communication, which he says the Black women he's dated have responded positively to. Being in a committed monogamous relationship as a bisexual Black man with a Black woman that has produced 2 children is something Abiff has navigated successfully for over 20 years. His marriage directly challenges the widely held misconception that bisexual men are incapable of commitment. She knows I'm still attracted to men, says Abiff. Honesty is the biggest thing, being transparent. It was on our 4th date where we sat down and told each other that we had some things to tell each other. And when I sat her down, I told her that I'm bisexual and I'm living with HIV. Those are the things that I told her out the gate, and she received it. That is the said information. Very interesting. These 3 men gave their stories about their lives. This Mr. Abiff, 54, is a openly bisexual man, activist, librarian, HIV activist, married for 20 years, and also living with HIV. That's one male story I read to you. Okay. Then there's Fred. who basically said he had attraction to both sexes. Lives in Columbus, Georgia, 35, and he's an HIV/AIDS outreach coordinator. He lived in a very conservative religious community growing up. Make sure I get everything about him. And he has 2 children. Let's see. No, I don't think that was him. But anyway, I'll just show his picture. Mr. Fred. Make sure I get that right. This is the one that had the girlfriend and dated a girl in college as a openly bisexual man during college. He lives in Columbus, Georgia. This was the other black male, G. Allen, also bisexual male. These are the 3 men who are depicted in this said commentary. If you need verification, the reckoningmag.com. If you need verification for these said men's stories. Thank you all for joining me. Hello, Victoria. Thanks, Victoria, for joining me. It's one of the others. Stop putting women's lives at risk. Okay, so yes, all super chats are welcome. Feel free to donate to the channel. $Beganji129. Thank you so very much. This is a very interesting topic because, as you see, people have their own perception of what bisexuality is, what homosexuality is in men. We do have high cases of women and men being HIV positive and AIDS here in the South. I live in the South. I live in East Tennessee. It is a trove of people being infected, especially with African-American people here in the South. It has been said that more people are more committed up top, Midwest, North. That was said a few years ago in a said information. A poll that was done a few years back. The people up north tend to be more committed than people here in the South. Basically, I guess they were saying we were whoremongers here in the South. But then when you factor in not enough black people to weigh the men versus the women, so you're going to have that problem, whether he's gay or not. You have more women than men. So now you got these women trying to fight for having a relationship. Yeah, it's going to be a problem because there's not enough men. So he's free to do what he wants with his private parts. And most of these men, whether they're in their 20s, 30s, 50s, 60s, don't want a commitment. So what you going to do? Now you're sharing a man. So now you're sharing a man that don't like to use condoms. Amen. It's a mad problem. It's a very mad problem. And I get it. Some of these men say, hey, I like women and men. I don't need you telling me I'm fully gay. If I say, hey, I'm still attracted to a lady. But as I said, everything's about perception. Because some homosexual men will say, well, eventually he'll go all the way and be with a man instead of a gal. Because the deviant behavior will way higher. I've thought that myself. But then the opposite is, I can't tell that man how he feels, or a woman, whichever. If he says he likes both, then he likes both. Who am I to say he's going to just only be with men sexually or relationship? Very interesting information. Thanks for joining me. Would you stay with a man who you've dated for years, married to, a lover, find out he is homosexual, bisexual, whichever preference you like to use? Would you continue to sleep with him, date him, especially date him and not use protection? Because some women still do sleep with men unprotected and or sleep with a man they find out is bisexual and or been rumored to be bisexual. Still sleep with him without a condom, still date him anyway, still sleep with him even with a condom. Would you openly date a man who came out and said to you out the gate, yes, I find you very attractive, Miss Lady, but I also like men. Amen. Let me drop the link. You know what? I ain't fooling with y'all. Night Owl already crying down there. That's my girl. Oh, Jesus. Already crying. That's how it's going to be. It's up to you to decide. But imagine loving somebody, falling for somebody, dating somebody, and then you wake up one day and they tell you that they like men, but they never told you they like men. That would be very devastating. Just saying. Give me 1 second, you guys. Drop this link. Thank you for joining me, ladies, gentlemen. Thanks for coming over, Miss Victoria. Yes, please be respectful in the chat. And if you decide to come up, if I allow you to come up on the stream, please do not use profanity. Thank you so much. As to keep this properly monetized and on the YouTube platform. Thank you all so much. I don't think I would want to date somebody openly bisexual. I just don't see the point in that. It's just too risque. Like they said, a lot of cases are with straight men who sleep around with lots of women without condoms. They're the ones who are passing the HIV, women as well. So when you have men who are out here just sleeping around, your chances of catching an STD and or HIV AIDS is going to be high, of course. Women as well. But it surely doesn't help to be dating somebody who has not confirmed that he, she, whomever, is bisexual, gay, whichever preference you want to use, he, she wants to use, and then they're sleeping with you without protection, and they have not informed you that, hey, by the way, I like you, Miss Lady, but I also like men. That's going to be a problem, because I think you should tell a person up front, especially a bisexual man, I am attracted to men. I am attracted to women. I like both sexes. I prefer both sexes interchangeably. I also don't like to use protection. You need to tell that. You also need to tell if you are HIV positive and or have full-blown AIDS. Amen. Yes, please hit the link. Thank you all for joining me. I'm going to tell you about the link. Oh my God, here we go. Hit it again, Night Owl. Easy. Oh, I left one out. I'm sorry. I see that now. Goodness grief. Hold on 1 second, baby. Can't even see these letters. They're so close together. Sorry about that. One letter was left out. Thanks for joining me this late hour. I see you kitties do not like to go to bed. Where is Nene? She done went to sleep. Lord have mercy. That queen that went on. Okay, everybody. Let's try it again. Women give women horrible advice because it's based on emotion, envy, jealousy, hormones, magic, and fantasy. Female friends love to sabotage each other. Okay, whatever. God. I don't understand your point. What's your point? Please break it down in layman's terms. Just asking. Thank you, Crystal. Thank you, Night Out. My two mods. Amen. Hit the link if you want to join the stream. This is Beverly's Weekend Vibes. Thank you. An extension of Everyday Shenanigans. Amen. I got a victory up here. Hello.
Hey, Queen.
Hi, baby. How you doing? Good to see you.
Oh, I'm just up late after doing those 12 hours decorating my grandbaby's room. But I had,
Oh, how
yeah,
sweet.
yeah, because I just moved in a new house. Hello, Queens in the
Congratulations.
1216.
Congratulations on the new house. Amen.
Thank you, absolutely, absolutely. But let me tell you something. I've been with mine over 14 and a half years. Let me find out that boss gonna be waiting on it. I don't know how soon he gonna be put in there, but I will refuse because it's a lot of undercovers out here, and there's a lot of people do what they do,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And when you meet a person, loyalty is loyalty, and if you think you're going to get involved with that person or whatever,
Yes.
honesty is the best key.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that means that person never loved you in the beginning. If you done been with a person for so long, so high, whatever, then
Mm-hmm.
they come out talking about their preference is their preference. You knew
Yes.
your preference was your preference before you got
When
with
I
me.
met you. Amen. Yeah, I believe that.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. I believe
Then
you. Mm-hmm.
you come telling me later, nah, that don't work. And then I'm supposed to still be with you and accept it.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't finna introduce me into nothing that I'm not used to, I'm not
Or I
accommodated
don't want
to.
to, or I just don't feel that way.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? You have to let me know before you enter it to me.
Mm-hmm.
Then later you say you buy or male or female, you want
Mm-hmm.
women or you want a man or whatever. Let me tell you something. See, so some people they don't know they need to start picking up that book. I don't care. Everybody got their choice of living in their life. But if you walk with faith, not by sight, you ought to know which way you going.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna be on here long. I'm being in the chat because I'm decorating. But at the end of the day, if my husband after 14 and a half years came and told me some stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
all right, bro, that box waiting on you too.
You know what? I can't. Don't you start.
No, I'm serious. That's why, and then these women, you cannot be magnetized of what somebody tell you. You got to be magnetized in your own mind. That's why you got to get your checkup. You got to get your annual every year. All that, cause sometimes that then they not honest. Period. You might got some good ones out here. I ain't saying them all bad or whatever. You do got some good men out here and some good women out here. But at the end of the day, check on yourself before anybody else tell you that you got to go check on yourself. You
Right.
feel?
Yes.
So if somebody come and tell me I done been with them for so many years, then they got a change of whatever plan they had in their mind
Yes.
or thinking. No, baby, you got to warn me. Cause see,
Yes.
I don't like to be warned in the end.
Of course, I understand that.
Word me before I want to know if I want to still deal with this situation.
Yes, I
Because you
understand.
never know what time, they might transpire, they want to change over.
Okay.
Remember I said that the other night about the
Yeah.
washing
Yeah.
machine?
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Wish wash. No, you got to keep it solid with yourself. You got to keep it 100 with God.
Mm-hmm.
And until you find yourself and you find God,
Mm.
You might be confused of which way you want to go.
Mm.
Hey,
Let
that's
me ask
all
you
I
this,
got to
Victoria.
say.
What do you think the number or the stats would be of a woman who was invested in her relationship with a man, no matter what the years were, and find out he is bisexual, that she would stay?
Okay, let me say this. Tell me the numbers, how long this woman has been with this man before she found out he was bisexual.
But I'm just saying, I can't tell you that. I'm just saying, be it 1 year, be it 5, be it 10,
Okay,
15.
so
What
we
do you
on
think? I'm asking you, what do you think?
okay, so certain situations, if you focusing on your relationship and what you build and as being a couple and a couple turns to one,
Mm.
you for me for you. You didn't, well, did she see the signs? Because it's signs that come out.
Yes, ma'am.
You know what I'm saying? When
Mm.
he ain't touching you the same way when y'all first started, if he ain't feeling you and caressing you the same way when y'all first started, when he started changing moods and coming in certain times of the night, you call him, he tell me he at work and all the time he tell me he at the gym and all the time he over there messing with Jim. You get me?
Mm.
See,
Nene says if he lie about his sexuality, he will lie about anything. A liar is a liar.
exactly. You gotta investigate in anything if you as a human being,
Yes.
a lot of people take life for granted. You
Mm-hmm.
know,
Mm-hmm.
me, I analyze everything I do every day from the time I wake up till the time I go to sleep. Like my grandbabies, when they get out of school, how was your day? What's on your mind?
Yes,
My
ma'am.
husband, he'll walk in, how was your day? You know what I'm saying? You
Mm-hmm.
you you gotta investigate what you got going on with yourself because your life is what you make it. So if you're not focusing on what's going on in your surroundings, you might not know if he bi.
Mm-hmm.
And it ain't being nosy or nothing like that, but it's science everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
It's science. It's science. So regardless if they was
Well, let me ask
together
you.
6 months, 7 months, a year to whatever. When they
Do you
start
think a woman
crossing
should
their
stay?
legs and start playing like they at church with the tambourine man, hey, there
Apart.
he go. When he talk
Victoria.
about he hanging out with his partners more than he want to go out on a date with
I
you,
can't.
go to the movies with you, or go just go anything. Think about it.
Victoria, so how about this? He's a great guy. He's a provider. He's loving. He's affectionate. We have relations. Everything's Gucci, but he then poops, tells me out of the blue, should she stay? I stay, whatever.
He got to go with the box that's waiting on him.
Okay.
I'm providing on because see,
Dee Dee said some people
self-preservation
can
is what
hide it
this
very
is.
well.
So when at the end of the day, you got to always maintain your boundaries, regardless. Like married people, okay? You
Mm-hmm.
don't know if it's gonna work. You don't know if it's gonna last. Okay, so if this man wake up today or tomorrow, regardless if he bad or not, regardless if he was a good provider or not,
Mm-hmm.
you got to always make sure yourself has stability.
Mm-hmm.
You better start investing. They got these stimulus checks. You better flip it. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay.
At the end of the day, you
Not
can't
asking
depend
tip.
on, okay, that's my husband. He pay all the bills, so I'm gonna accept what he do. I'm gonna accept now that he acknowledged to me that he bad. No, go with that box. Bye. Because you introduced me to this. You know what I'm saying? So no, and as being an individual, regardless if whatever happened in your lifetime, regardless if you're married or not, ain't nothing perfect. You got to always help yourself and build yourself and make sure you got your own security,
Mm-hmm.
regardless of what happened. Say, for instance, if he would have went out, came from work, riding down the highway, got into the accident. You see what I'm saying? He the
Mm-hmm.
provider. He the
Yeah.
whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You better make sure you have some insurance on it. You feel?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, this just real talk Friday.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always gonna secure myself. So if and not even if he didn't even expose his sexuality,
Mm-hmm.
his confusion in his mind.
Mm-mm.
He could be here today and gone tomorrow. And then if you depending on him and not building yourself and your own foundation, so when he leave, what you gonna do? No, women gotta no, we got to know this how I was raised. I'm always gonna keep something in the bag and on the side. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Please. Hey, bitch,
Yes.
stop playing out in these streets because ain't no handouts and ain't nothing free. Period.
Okay.
So yeah, if he disclosed that to me, bro, you got to go. But see, the type of woman I am, I would have been noticed it. I don't care how long it was. I guess I'm too nosy. That's why they call me the
What
notebook.
is what is victim saying later? Later about what?
Huh?
A victim, come up here. I want to know what you're saying. Quit typing. Just come on up on the stream and explain yourself.
But I
Because
don't know
people don't
who
understand
victim
what the hell you're
is.
talking about.
I don't know who victim is. Victim talking to me?
Victim of insanity says later. Later what?
Well, maybe later they need to find out where they going
You don't do it.
later. If this stuff happened to them.
Well, they need to come up here because that's why I tell people quit typing. Just hit the link.
Uh,
That way people can understand what you're saying.
they said meaning by. Oh,
Oh, later.
okay.
Okay, I
Well,
got you. Okay,
see you
baby.
later. Hope you don't cross that path either.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Okay. So that means no for you. You're not sticking around,
See, you
Victoria.
see how people, when you have a positive conversation, you
Mm-hmm.
have nothing, no all drama and all
Yes.
that other extra stuff. People want to come in with that negativity stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Don't listen. Goodbye. This is it's sad that you can't even come on a panel and have a decent conversation.
Mm-hmm. Well, we ain't gonna focus on that. We're just gonna
Careful.
do us. That's what we're gonna do. Carmela,
Yeah.
how you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. Are you done, Miss Victoria? Victoria, you want to say something else, baby? Victoria,
I'm here. I just mute myself because I got two devices going on.
oh, you want me to move you down?
No, no, no. I said I just mute. Mute.
Okay,
Mute.
okay, that's fine. Okay, what do you have to say, Miss Carmela? How you doing?
Good. Glad to hear you're doing well.
Thank you, baby.
Later meaning by too high risk.
Say what?
They're too high risk.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I got you.
And plus they're probably cheating on you.
Because they like both.
Yes.
Because you know it's a problem when a man likes just women.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It is the same, but I think
Yeah,
this is
yeah,
a
yeah.
much higher risk.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we got it, Nene. So you saying once a lady finds out, she should leave?
Well, I would.
Okay.
I guess it would be considered a personal preference.
Yes, of course, of course. But the point
But
is, a woman 9 times out of 10 went into it thinking he liked women.
yeah.
Mhm.
I wouldn't want it.
Even though he was nice to you, he treated you well,
Yeah.
the good provider, all that. Okay.
Yeah, no,
Because
I wouldn't be able to handle that.
because you do know there would be some women 9 times. I mean, I don't know the statistics because I can't say, but there would be some women that would stay.
Oh yeah, I'm sure, and I'm sure they're comfortable with it,
Yeah,
and
because
that's
that one guy I
fine.
read said that the girl knew that I like men and dated them and married them anyway. That's to me, I couldn't have done that.
I couldn't do it. It would be too much for me to handle. Too high risk.
Mm-hmm.
I would be worried all the time of losing him, of catching something.
Mm-hmm. When you say losing him, what do you mean?
Him leaving for someone else, another man.
Okay. So you more concerned about him leaving for a man than a woman. Shut your mouth. Which one?
I don't know because I'm as confused as they are right now.
That's okay, baby. You said, look, Carmela said, I'm old. I ain't got time for this.
Exactly.
You said I'm used to the old school. He just found another gal.
That's it.
I found another gal. Miss Dee Dee.
Hello.
Hi, baby.
How are you guys?
I'm good. Thanks for calling.
You know what? Listening to this, if a person has been together over 20 something years, they've established a relationship,
Mm-hmm.
and then the person come, and hit you with this whammy. Of course, you're gonna be blindsided, and you're gonna think, but truly, I don't know if I would leave, but I would say this for
Oh, Miss
sure.
Dee Dee, don't you do it.
But if I stayed,
Mm-hmm.
okay, we're gonna have an open relationship. I'm not gonna have sex with you. I'm gonna have sex with the man down the street.
Okay, but then, Night Owl going to say, why not just go and be single and you can do you?
Because I guess maybe I still love my husband.
Okay.
Can I say this?
I
When can I say this? Can I please say this?
ain't
Okay.
saying nothing.
Can I say this? Okay,
No.
so evidently people don't believe in when you go to the altar. So that means you lying to God. When you say I do, that means I do. Okay? I take you for better or worse. So when we walk to that altar for better or worse, we're gonna know everything's supposed to be out the closet, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So you gonna take better for worse. So if your husband tell you after or your mate or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
but if you married to him, so and
Mm-hmm.
then so many down the line he tell you he's bi or he prefer this other preference. Evidently he shouldn't marry you because you wasn't worthy for him marrying you anyway when he want to go outside the box and do what he do.
Mm-hmm.
So why would you accept something when you go to God and you say I do? That means, people, they lie to God. You gonna lie to God. So you would accept him and say an open relationship? An open relationship, no. If that's your husband and y'all walk to that altar and he said, I do, for better or worse, so you gonna take the worst and I guess you gonna say I do. And you gonna accept what he give you.
Well,
I'm just saying.
it's the same as a woman married and one of them cheat and they stay together for better for worse. Isn't that right?
See, let me tell you something, babe. I've been with mine for 14 and a half years and I put my business out there. If he cheated on me, I don't know. And one thing I can say, and my right hand up to God, and I don't do that on this social media. If I
Mm-hmm.
decided to cheat, I have to second guess myself because why? When I went to that altar, I said I do. I'm not gonna play with God.
Oh, I
So
understand. Wait a minute.
I done had friends that prophesize and want to take me out and all that. But when I walked and I said I do, I do. Now, if I change my mind, I'm gonna get up out of there and say I undo. Let's get a divorce. Then we gonna go on from here. Maybe we can be friends later on, you know. But when you say I do, that's why I only been married one time. You got people that been out here married 2, 3 times, 4 times, or whatever. But you got a man that you land with, y'all sexual relationships. Ain't no telling what y'all doing in y'all relationship. Sucking, licking, all that.
Oh
Then
my
you come to
God.
find out this man want to do whatever he want to do, and you will accept that when you didn't know in the beginning when you said I do, you will stay with him.
Mm.
Really? I'm just saying.
I no, I didn't say
Well,
me.
we know Victoria ain't
Women,
staying.
women,
Carmela
women do
ain't
do
staying.
that.
Miss Dee Dee said they've been there a while. You may stay, but she gonna do she. Am I
But
correct?
okay, so I understand what you're saying. So if you gonna do you, just let it go because evidently you comfortable. Cause see, I be more worried about catching that pack.
Mm-mm.
I be worried about catching what's going on out here.
Yes.
You doing both, and then sometimes they be telling me they cover up, and they'll say that, but they really don't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Make it make
True.
sense. You
Yeah,
don't know what
that's.
they doing with the opposite sex. You don't know what they doing with the other partner.
With the same
They
sex.
can tell you they being safe.
But didn't I say I wouldn't be sleeping with him? And
What you say,
whoever,
baby?
if I decide to sleep with someone else, I'm gonna make sure I'm protected,
Oh,
regardless.
okay. Well, as I
But
said
I
in
mean,
this article,
don't look. Yeah, don't get me wrong. It's just I'm just saying, how some women do stay.
and that's the point I was trying to make to Victoria, that, what does she think of the odds of women who would stay? Because, you got women who will stay even when it's the same, when it's the opposite sex. He's messing around with woman, whatever, she stay. Now we're talking about he like men. You got some women who would stay because they have invested, even though somebody on the outside will be like, what the hell you want with a man that like men for, whether it was 2 years or it was 24 years, he's still
Mhm.
giving a lie. And then too, you have to count the fact that it is an epidemic with our race with HIV and AIDS. You can't dismiss that.
Right.
But the article also
Uh,
says a lot of the statistics is really man on woman sex. It
yeah.
ain't just, it's more
It ain't just
possibly
man or
men,
woman.
men and women getting AIDS, not just gay on gay. You know what I'm saying? Man on man, excuse me.
Yeah. Hmm.
Because these
So
men
it's
don't like being monogamous. That's the reason why that's how women got HIV in the first place and AIDS, because a man decided to stop sleeping with a man and get with a gal.
hmm
That's how the first woman got HIV.
Wasn't that a married woman?
I can't remember. I just know it was a gal. Well, her name was. At night I said she was a girl. You understand what I'm saying? That's how women became infected, because a gay man decided to, or bisexual man decided to step outside the box and lay with a gal, and that's how women became infected. And that's just jacked up, because that's a terrible feeling to get it. Period. I don't care how you got it, but then find out your man that you love, have feelings for, he like a man, and I can
And
tell
see,
you now, who wants to compete with a woman? There's no way you're gonna sit up here and tell me you want to compete with a damn
with a
man.
man,
You'll
right?
lose. It's over.
Mm-hmm.
And my thing
Yeah.
is, like, say for instance, they go out right, they get a little tipsy.
Mm,
Everybody tell me they cover up, they protect.
mm,
Yeah, you get in there, y'all get in the shower, y'all doing what y'all doing, or whatever. Sometimes you forget to cover up. Sometimes you
mm.
forget to protect. And
You forget
then
to
you
do what?
leave and
What
go
you just
home.
said, Twain? You forget to do what?
Sometimes they forget.
To put
They've
that
been drinking
umbrella
to
on.
cover up and protect.
To protect.
Yeah, a lot of them don't like. Let me tell you something. Queen single, you'd be surprised. They do not like to wear condoms.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah.
And
Do not.
We have a lot. Yeah. Men and women don't like condoms.
my
But
thing is, at the end
I
of the
hope and pray
day,
I don't ever be in that situation. That's all I can say.
well, all I can say is whatever it is to the situation,
Mm.
everybody just need to be safe.
Yeah,
There's
because
no compete. There's no competing with a man. No way.
but
Because man on man sex is deviant. So deemed deviant. So you can't compete with that. No way.
mm-mm,
You
no.
can't. You
And
can't
look how
compete.
the numbers rising in all states. The numbers are rising.
Mhm.
The numbers are rising.
Yeah. See, in the South, that's why the dirty South got its name for so many reasons. It's
Yeah.
a pandemic, not no epidemic.
Hmm.
It's just about as worse as COVID.
And it showed like the coronavirus. You showed
Mhm.
right.
Mhm. That's the joke about Atlanta. You can't even tell somebody you visiting there. You want to live there. You live there. First thing somebody,
Oh,
that's
baby,
all
they
people have
got the
ever said to me
highest
about moving
number.
there. You don't want to move down here. You ain't gonna get no man. You ain't gonna get no husband. They like that. They like boys down here. You ain't gonna get no husband down here. You ain't gonna get no man down here. And it's depressing to hear that.
Wow. I,
Very
mm,
depressing to hear.
I I think they just hide it better where I am.
Well,
I think,
you're on the East Coast. You're up in New Jersey, right?
yeah,
Okay.
I think they just hide it better here.
All I can tell you is the white meat gonna be the same no matter where you. Your bone gonna be the same wherever we at. You hear what I said?
It said it's all meat.
And I come in and see Ray laying in that bed. It's a wrap.
Say murder was the case
I don't
of
give
the
a damn
day.
again. I don't give a damn when Tokyo. You can lay down, both of you. Lay
Yeah, I
both of you
saw what
down.
happened down there in Atlanta a couple of weeks ago when
Lay you
they had
down
a little
proper.
basketball thing down there, and
Mm-mm.
all them women went down there in the U-Haul truck. They ain't want them women. They
Mm-hmm.
wanted the men down there in Atlanta.
I
And
can't
then
even
they
say.
got stuck and then
Oh my.
went on YouTube and
Mm-hmm.
Facebook telling they trying to
Yeah,
get
man.
back home to their kids. Think
Yeah, whatever.
about what's going on out here.
Girl, let me tell you something.
They ain't want them women. They wanted
Well, I
them
heard
trannies
many years
down there.
ago.
The men was down there looking better than the women.
Well, I tell
Oh
you,
my
many years
God.
ago when I heard that them guys down there carrying pocketbooks. I hate using that word pocketbook, but purse.
Yeah.
They said, girl, they carry purses down here. I already knew what time of day it was. I said, ooh, Atlanta, you own it, popping now. That ain't no words. I ain't gonna even say what I want to say.
And I want to
Baby,
visit
them women was
Atlanta.
down there catching U-Hauls down there and couldn't even get back home. But the men down there wanted them trainees down there. And then they tell me, some, can you make a donation? I wish I would. You better
I ain't gonna
call Larry Rice.
I ain't gonna tell you what messaged me yesterday. We in a new day, right? Yesterday, some
Uh-huh.
some little chocolate thing that messaged me. Boo boo, which is it? Because one picture you on top of a countertop looking like a guy with muscles. Then the next picture you a dude with a fade. What's it gonna be? I wish the hell I would. And then the name was Little Dick Come on with all that.
Yeah.
You ain't nothing the queen want.
Yeah, you got a lot of these men out here wearing these Timbs
You
and
ain't nothing
leggings and
the
stuff.
queen want. I'm not into dominatrix or whatever the hell you was promoting. And then you got pictures of you being a guy and a girl. So I didn't know which one was which, and I wasn't trying to find out.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, so well, I'm gonna go back down in the chat, but
Okay,
I'm
baby.
just saying,
Thank you so
I
much.
don't know. Bye, you
Thank
guys.
you. Bye, baby.
Bye.
I believe that was Dee Dee that left. Okay. Okay, I'm sorry. C Mac.
Hey,
C-Mac.
how y'all doing?
How you doing, baby? How you doing?
How y'all
Wheezy. I got Wheezy in the house. Lord have
I'm
mercy.
here.
Carmela,
I'm
you staying
here,
up or you going down?
Oh, I'm going to go down.
Okay, thank you so much, Miss Carmela from Jersey. Everybody, thank you for Miss
Thank
Jersey.
you, thank you,
Thank
thank
you,
you,
baby.
love.
Be
Thank
safe.
you.
Yes.
You
God
too. Bye
bless
Good
bye.
you.
conversation.
Thank you,
Good
sweetie.
conversation.
Sweet lady. Okay. See, Mac, you ain't gonna worry me.
I know.
What you got going
I
on,
ain't
Steve
trying to
Mac?
worry you tonight,
It's
girl. But you know, I was
an
married
interesting topic, game.
20-something years married to a military man. But I tell you what, it was a secret because that man protected his friend on that ship more than he protected me. I didn't recognize that until, let me tell you what happened. And a short version. Everywhere, every duty station we moved to, he moved to it too. And I didn't realize that to the end. And that was like 20 years later. Now I'm gonna tell you something. Soon as he left me, guess what? I couldn't say nothing about him, his mama, or none of his kids. Because he divorced his wife before he divorced me. And still today, I don't know who he with, but I really do believe it's an inside job. I do believe that with all my heart. You got to be very careful with these men out here. Now, I could go deeper, but I don't want to keep you on the phone for
Yeah, because I
long.
want to see where you're going with
And
this.
on the internet for long.
Well,
But
I don't know you. You gotta remember, I don't
always
know
we
you.
protected him. We protected him for years because he was 10 years younger than our generation.
So what you trying to say to me?
We gave him a place
What you trying to say? That he was gay or bisexual? What you trying to say?
I'm trying to say that he was bisexual because he was married to me for 20-something years.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of it, he protected that man on that ship that he was
So what you saying? He was dating one of his own. I don't say what you're saying. Are you saying he dated his own?
Undercover.
Huh?
He dated his own. And when
okay, that's what I'm trying to say. A military man is what you're saying.
Yes, I'm saying that. And when
Okay,
they
that's all I
made
want
it
you to say.
legal
Okay,
in the
make it clear.
military that you did not have to be, when you didn't have to be protective about your sexuality anymore, 2 years later, we had a divorce.
I got you. Wow, that's deep.
That's right. No, it is deep. It is deep. But that was 11 years ago. I'm good now, and I be checked every year. But I know that they used to be, I thought he was looking at him as being a mentor of that particular young man.
But that's the thing, how would a person know? How would a person know if you don't have no proof of nothing? It's no different than somebody got a friend, whatever. I don't think that, I'm not going to think my man, because he got a homeboy, friend, mentor, whatever the situation is, he laying with him. Why would I think that?
Especially when they go to different countries together. I'm not allowed to go. I'm not in the military. I can't ride the ship from here to there or this or that. Yes, they're going for 6 to 9 months at a time. They come back, and I don't know what they did.
So they kept it inside of the in the fold. And that's even more dangerous because who's gonna know?
Nobody knew. Nobody knew. But when he got ready to retire, and this is when we found out.
We call it
because
undercover.
11 years later, it's 11 years later, if you go back and look at the situation and how it all happened, it's like, why was he always on your skirt tails for over 20 years?
Yeah.
He was
because
right
they
behind
were together.
you.
Because they were together.
Yes, ma'am. I know that now.
Ooh,
yeah,
I can't even imagine.
Deep.
Lord have mercy.
Very deep. And pretend and came and let me prepare food and spend
now for him,
time with me and my children.
Okay.
And you know what you were doing at the same time.
So you know I done talked about that, the enemy coming through the threshold.
That's why you can't let, even if I was overseas, and it started overseas, because we're African American people. I'm trying to look out for you. I'm trying to look out for you. You're trying to look out for me or whatever. But at the same time, you cannot let anybody cross that threshold in your house.
Yes. But that's the thing about these type of situations is that you don't know who you letting in your house anyway. I've always said that you don't know people.
That is sad.
It's just like a man brings a colleague home from work. But I'm just saying, imagine a man bringing home a colleague saying, I want Susie Mae to come over. We work together. Honey, you mind fixing an extra plate?
Exactly.
How in the world would you know he is infatuated, lusting behind her? You only know that if you start seeing signs while they're sitting there.
That's why you call it undercover.
Exactly.
Undercover.
It was very undercover.
Lord,
it was very undercover.
Your husband was in the Navy, ma'am. Your husband was in the Navy, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Because you know that's always been that rumor about being in the Navy.
That's why it was right, because they moved too much.
But I'm just saying, you've always heard that rumor, have you not?
Ma'am?
You have heard that rumor about men in the Navy being homosexual. You have heard that, right?
I have heard that, and I have seen that. But this guy, well, I say this guy.
And terrible. Let me say this. I don't want nobody saying I think that all men in the Navy are homosexual, but that has something I've heard over the years as a young woman. is that a lot of men in the Navy are homosexual, but I believe it's probably the military in general, just because so many people are hiding their sexuality and they don't want to be known as that way. Of course, in the military, you do not want nobody to know you like men.
Exactly.
That's
And
the last place you want people to know that.
And then not only the Bible, but also remember, it was against their rules and regulations.
Oh, yes, yeah.
If they found out, you would be kicked out.
Okay, yes, but
So
now
that
don't
was
ask,
back
don't
in the
tell.
day, then. Don't
Now
ask,
don't ask,
don't
don't
tell.
tell.
So
Right.
then when they made it regular for you don't have to do
Yes.
anything,
Yeah.
I was on Navy bases, and I'm not gonna call which ones, but I had women actually approach me in stores on the base and everything else. They said, well, are you married? I said, yes. They said, you probably not happily, but these are women
Oh,
talking
wow.
to me like that.
No, that's deep.
So
Yeah,
it
yeah,
opened
yeah.
wide.
Like a thug.
It was wide
like
open.
a thug. Nasty tail.
It was wide open when they said, don't ask, don't tell, and you can't, nothing happen.
Right.
That's when all the shit hit the fan. It really did. But I'm glad it did hit the fan, because I was living in a quote unquote lie where I thought this man really was just for his wife.
You, yeah.
But
Well,
he was living another life.
Yes. Well, let me ask you this.
But
do you think people in the military should be openly homosexual?
They are open homosexual.
No. You know exactly. You know what I mean. You know, a lot of them are not just openly homosexual. Not everybody's openly homosexual. You know what I mean. Well, let me say this. Do you think they should allow them to be open? Yeah,
I think
that's what I say that. Because I don't think everybody's openly homosexual in the military.
Before a certain extent, even before the law had passed, they were. Some people didn't give a damn about the rule or not the rule. And we understood that. And we knew who was and who wasn't. But you have people like that would, just try to hide. And
but I'm saying, do you agree? Do you think the military should allow it? Is what I'm saying. Do you think the military should allow an open gay man or woman in the military?
I think that everybody lives their life, and they have to live according to what God's going to have to deal with them. I'm not trying to judge.
This is what I'm saying, baby. I'm saying the military. Should the military allow? I'm not talking about how I want to live. I'm saying, do you think the military should allow you to be openly gay?
Yeah, yes, they should. They should, because you know which way they're coming from. Because all this secret stuff is that's a very cross and good question with me, because a person like me, I don't, with my religion, I don't believe in it, but I'm not going to judge anybody. But I'd rather something be open, and you let me know where you're coming from, and then it will never, I know which bounds not to cross and go back and forth with you. I don't know if you remember these days back in the Navy, and especially the Navy. They used to have women's ships and they used to have men's ships. Then they put the men and women together. And then when they did that, then it was all women getting pregnant and this and that and this and that. Then it came out to everybody being gay. So I could go on and on with that. So if everybody just be up front at the front part of it all, and everybody be honest, everybody know what each other's coming from. I'm not saying what is right and what's wrong. I'm just gonna leave it like that. As far as the military, as far as my lifestyle, I have a whole nother thing to talk about.
Yeah.
But as far as the military, it's like a little, it's a secret society once you get on that ship.
Well, we've noticed that with just about everything known to man. Everything's a
It's a
secret now,
secret
baby.
society. They
Everything's
do
a
what they want
click.
to do.
Everything's a
They
click.
do how they
Church
want to
is a
do, and they
click.
cover up what they want to cover up.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Police is a click. The sheriff's a click. The CIA, the FBI, church. It's all the same. Schoolhouse. It's all the same. University. Everything's a click. Haven't you noticed? Everything's a click. Everything's a click.
That's right.
This
That is absolutely right. I'm just unfortunate. Unfortunately, it happened to me with a man in the military. But
Okay.
the only fortunate thing of the all, he waited till those kids graduated college before he left. At least he had some humanity to do that. But other than that, it was all a lie. It was a lie. And it was just a lie. And I'm just sorry for anybody else that have to go through it, because I know I'm not the only one, because I spoke to many women and I'm not the only one.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this. Is he openly gay now?
I have, when we got divorced, I haven't spoke to him since.
Okay. So you haven't heard if he's walking around as a gay man?
And I don't. No. And I don't ask I have 2 children that's adults, and I don't ask them about his private
Okay, I mean, I'm
life,
just curious. I didn't know,
and they
I
don't
mean, no
choose to
children can
share.
talk. I'm just wondering if he was actually openly gay.
If you want to ask me my opinion, yes. But I know that for a fact? No.
Okay, that's fine.
But in my opinion, yes, 100%.
Okay.
I said 100. I didn't say 88. I said 100.
Okay. Oh,
That's
yes,
my
ma'am.
opinion.
Hello. Can you hear me, Angela?
Yes, baby, I hear you.
Hey, C-Mac. Hey, Miss Victoria. You already know how I'm coming with
Hey.
it. You already know, right?
Oh, Night Owl. Yes.
You already know
Yes.
how
C-Mac, are you
come.
done, baby?
I know how
Anything
you
else you
come
want
in
to say?
Night Owl.
C-Mac, are you done, baby?
I'm done.
I want to ask her a question before she hung up.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Night Owl. Hi, boo. Hey, boo. How you doing? I'm good. C-Mac, you still here?
I'm still here.
Hey, love. I salute you.
I'm
for
still
your
here.
testimony right now. I salute you. Oh, the train coming. Cause I live in a cabin, so the train come, honey. Anywho,
Don't
I
start.
salute you. So I had a question. Okay, so you say, Chanel can ask you. She say, do he live like an open life now as being, that way?
Mm.
And you say you do believe so. So, and you say you guys have kids with each other, right?
Right.
Okay, so are the kids and what the
Yes.
kids okay, the kids, you drop them off, he pick them up or stuff like that.
No, my
They
kids are
grown.
in
The
their,
kids are grown.
my oldest
Oh,
is
they
in,
grown. Okay,
they're
so you just
grown,
don't ask about them.
30,
So
30 something, in early 30s and late 20s, going into 30s.
okay, like me,
So
cause
I
my
don't
oldest
have
is
no interaction.
okay, cause yeah, they choose to go visit them on their own, right? Cause see, mine is like 34 and my baby girl 22, so I feel that. So no, you don't have to have no interaction. So my question is you as being a queen, okay? Your feeling about it, like how I was trying to say earlier. You said you was married how long?
27 years.
That's a hurting feeling. For you to pop out and say what you
I
said, and then you found out through the military, right? But that's when I say that's when they be undercover. And that was me, kept saying undercover.
I heard you, Victoria.
Yes, ma'am. And that man, when even if he was in the
right.
military, he was come home to you like he love you, won't, this, that, and other, right? How long did it take him to tell
Right.
you, or you found out?
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I should have found
Lord have
out
mercy.
before before he left me, I should have known 5 years before he left me, because he started doing things that was unnatural. He
What
So
I
did
said
not
earlier.
go to
See, that's why
family
I
wait a minute.
said
events.
I
I
want you to
should have.
tell me.
He
Wait a
did
minute.
not
I want you
want
to
to
tell me what you
interact
meant.
with me.
Who,
He was
me
what?
or her?
What
You talking to me,
No, I'm trying
Queen?
to hear
I
what she
should
said.
have
He did
known
do what?
5 years earlier.
Okay, but tell me what he was doing.
He did not. Well, for instance, like I didn't graduate college until my son, my youngest child, graduated college. He wouldn't even attend my graduation. He laid on the sofa and he said, I'm not going. He
Your
would just do
husband?
things to hurt me.
Yeah, he was detached. Is what you're
Yeah,
trying to say.
right. He would do things.
Oh,
He
that
was
was same
detaching
one.
himself
Yeah,
from
that
me.
was
He
the
That's
would
a
same one.
not
roommate.
go to
That's a roommate
events.
situation.
But Chanel came in when I said that earlier. It's always some signs, and if you
Yeah,
focus
yeah, yeah.
on your lifestyle
Mhm.
and what you got going on,
But you
husband,
didn't pay
boyfriend,
attention to
girlfriend,
it at that
whatever,
time. You
it's
just,
always signs. I'm
Yeah, but think
listening,
about that.
baby.
But think about this for a minute. Whether he was
it was
gay, bisexual, or
signs.
not, that is rude to not go to a
Yeah, that's a
graduation of
sign.
your spouse going to school. That's a serious thing. I don't care if it's a child
And a
graduation or some wife
graduation,
husband
I'm
graduation.
coming with balloons. I'm finna pop a bottle.
Yeah, all that. If you happy for me, but he's letting you know I ain't
Yeah.
happy. I don't care.
See, Mac. Oh my bad. Oh,
I
Because I
don't
because I'm
yeah.
like,
care.
oh,
It's what you
you don't want to go to
Queen, that's
graduation.
what it was.
So he's letting me know. So he probably was doing other stuff
It
before that,
wasn't.
right?
Yeah, yes, ma'am. Absolutely.
See,
He was
Mac,
So
doing
was he
other
doing
then,
stuff
other stuff
before that
before that?
because he was doing other stuff before
Yeah,
that
I figured
because
that.
he
Yeah, he
would do
was. Yeah, I
things
see
that
that.
he normally did, he would not do anymore. He would not pay
Mm-hmm.
attention
mm,
to, if I asked anything, even about the
Mm-hmm.
kids. And at the time,
Okay.
they
He didn't
were
care.
young in college, freshmen,
He was done then.
senior in high school. And I say, do you want to do this or that? I don't have time for that. I have to work tonight.
Yeah.
But he
Yeah,
really didn't
he
have
was detached.
to go to
Well,
work
he was
because he never
detached.
left the house.
Well, he's attached. He's
So
letting you know I'm here, but
he was
guess what? I don't
detaching
care.
himself.
and
He,
he had some, and he knew he
No,
already
I'm
had
here. I'm
his
gonna
other
pay the
lifestyle.
bills.
well, that's what a lot of them do, though. That's what a lot of them do. See,
Yeah,
Mac,
I'm gonna
I'm in
pay.
this place, but I'm devoid of emotion from
but
you.
I got something else going on, and it really don't concern her right
That's
here.
just
I'm gonna
rude.
continue.
That's just rude.
Exactly.
You did good to stay as long as you did, because I can be with somebody that's not gonna talk to me. We don't have a conversation. It's just us walking through the house like a ghost. A ghost is passing me. You understand what I'm saying? They passing
And
me.
I
They
don't
sitting in
even
another room.
see.
All that.
I don't even see. Who are you? Why are you here?
Now I don't
But
want
you
you
know
here.
what?
I don't want you
When
here.
you're doing it for when you live your life at 20 something years,
Mm-hmm.
Ma'am.
okay, I understand what you guys are saying because I
Yeah.
would never put up with that. I'm not that kind of woman. But
Yeah.
when I at 20 something years, you try to see, okay, what am I doing wrong? Not that
Yeah.
I'm
That's
doing
simple
something
plan.
wrong, but
Well,
you
people
want to
do it all the time.
analyze
See, Mac. You
everything.
know, people.
Let me
And
tell you
Hey.
something. See,
but
Matt,
you but you know what the
you
hell is
don't
going
never doubt yourself.
on.
Let me tell you something, Queen. Don't question you. Question him. And don't never question God, baby. Because you already know what you knew from the military. Okay? Don't never question you. You know
I
what you need to do now. Self-preservation. Find you. Okay, I'm gonna find me. Don't never question you what I did wrong. What you do wrong. You was the woman that you was supposed to be to this. He was what? Wishy-washy. That's what I call it. You understand me? And I'm not trying to get aggressive because my mouth do get loud. But let me tell you,
exactly.
the women's on this panel. You don't never question yourself and don't question the nigga that did what he did.
But people do that, Victoria. You know that women do that. They question what did I do
No,
wrong? What
why?
I say wrong?
Why?
How do I
Why
look? Am I
would
too
never?
fat? Am I
Why would
too
never?
this? Is my hair
Look
the
in the
wrong
mirror.
color? It
Look in the
happens all
mirror,
the time.
baby. When you woke up this morning, you say thank you, Jesus. When
Mm.
you lay down, you say thank you, Jesus. When you get out
I
that
sure
shower,
did.
you say
I
thank
sure
you,
did.
Jesus. Yes, ma'am. So no, it ain't what you
I
did
sure
wrong.
did.
You found his fault. That was his fault. It wasn't yours. It wasn't your calling.
Exactly.
And you walked away. You let me tell you something, baby. We got an awesome
No, he walked
king.
away.
And you walked away too.
He walked away,
Listen what
but
I'm
I'm gonna
saying.
tell you, he broke me. He broke me for 2 years because I was depressed. But I bet you would. I'm standing so strong
You
right
was
now. I
depressed
wish he
over a
would
gay
come in my
military
face.
man. You was depressed over a gay military man,
Thank
but
you.
guess what? You was depressed. Why? Why? But when you walked off, you woke up the next day. Okay, he lifted you, he carried you, and you moved on, right? You said you moved on, right?
Sure did. I'm very happy, very successful.
And that's all that matters.
She didn't really have a choice, did
So
she?
I'm
Hello?
good today.
But she didn't have a choice.
I want to tell people my
She
Absolutely.
didn't
story,
have no choice.
so don't no other women have to go through
Hello?
this.
Yeah.
Okay, because the sound was going out for me. I could hear a little bit of it, then it just went out.
Oh, you still here, baby?
You in now. But yes, baby, you're awesome. Cause you better now.
And I think, and you know what? And at the end of the day, I'm gonna get off the panel, but at the end of the day, I know it was only God that brought me through. And I say at the same time, everything that he tried to condemn me to keep me small, that's what made me big because I'm living
It's
my
gonna make
own,
you grow.
probably making more
Absolutely.
money than he did.
Absolutely. And then every time they
But he could,
deframe
and he could
you
never come
or
back.
whatever. Yeah. And but you okay.
Yeah, go,
Because it took for you to
go
come up
look,
here with your
go,
testimony and you wasn't scared to tell it. You wasn't scared to tell nothing what you just said on this panel.
and I'll tell
You
it
hear
over
love.
and over again. And
You
we'll
gonna
tell
be
it over and over again because I'm not the only military woman that had to go through this.
and that be
Never.
like I
But
said,
I'll tell it over and over again. You have to protect yourselves because there's just like Queen said, there is a lot of women out there with these secret undercover husbands that's in the military. You got a wife and kids, but you're sleeping with that man.
With whoever.
And you a man, you know what I'm saying?
Morphodite, transvestite, who the hell, what the dog, cat,
Oh,
and
you know what, Victoria? Oh my God.
I'm just telling the truth.
Exactly.
You don't need no support. And I see Miss C Mac. I salute you, sweetie. You gonna be all right. You gonna be all right.
Oh, yes, ma'am. And I thank God for you. That's just another confirmation that I will be all right. Because I didn't think he would think I would make it as far because his family is very influential with money.
Hey, baby, like I
But
tell everybody,
they
let
thought
them
they would
use.
have been got rid of me. You can't get rid of me. I'm too smart for that. I'm too street
You have
smart
a
and
purpose.
educated smart. How about that?
You have a purpose. You have a purpose to let him use you and keep on walking with
And then
faith.
my thing is, who cares about what they got? And he living a lie. Sugar, a lie's a lie.
Hey,
I don't care if he came from
once you tell one, you gotta tell. Once you tell one lie, you gotta continue. And eventually, the lie ain't gonna go crooked because you gonna forget the first 3 lies you told before you told the 49 or 50 lies.
Damn, if he was married to a Kennedy. And what's your point?
What you said.
Do not care.
See, Matt.
That's to me, I don't care.
Yes,
That's a white kind of lie right there.
Yeah. It ain't what you do, it's how you do it, I heard. Your life is what you make. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, and if I had my husband come and told me some stuff like that, no boy, bye. And the box waiting on you in a few minutes, right there down the street.
I can't.
Whatever. I'm not. I'm just saying. Oh, I've been with you this long, and then you pop up and tell me, huh? Oh, secret lover. Okay, I got your secret lover. I promise you. And
I tell you that, and that happened 11 years ago, and on March 25th of this year, I made 50 years old, and guess what?
That's not even that long
I
ago.
bet you they didn't think
Somebody
I was
walking
gonna be
around in the
living and
closet
shining
in
and
a
do what I
modern day.
did. I just had a birthday yesterday, 50.
Happy birthday.
Made that
Happy
50.
belated birthday, baby.
How old are you, see, Matt?
She said she just
I'm
turned 50.
50. Made 50 yesterday.
Wow, happy birthday. But guess what? 10 years, 11 years ago ain't that long. Still to be in the closet hiding and pretending to be somebody else. Just come on now and be done with it. I ain't with all that foolishness. Just say what you like. What's the problem?
We finna play jacks.
All that sneaking around and hiding and lying and then coming home, don't want to talk to nobody.
But she said it started out in the military, right? So how old was he when he went to the military?
That's when it came out. And I know what happened. I know that's what happened, and I know that's what did it. He got him. That man, he was right. That man that followed
that
him
boy
for
was
20
gay
years,
before he even hit the
right
military.
behind us.
What I came. Oh my God.
You said you 50.
Ooh,
how old was he?
Thank
Because
you.
that's 11 years
now,
ago.
See, now
he
you
was
know
gay before
something,
he
and
hit the
I didn't even
military.
say that.
Well,
how old was he?
Okay, yes, ma'am. And I wasn't even going there
gay
with
before
you.
he
So
hit the
now you're
military.
telling me
okay,
something
listen.
that I know I didn't tell you.
He was a tambourine man at the church.
Victoria.
Okay. Go
Okay.
ahead, Victoria. I didn't even
Not
tell
the
you that.
man.
Just going
Okay,
on.
but let me ask this. Listen, everybody, just listen to what I have to say. See, Mac, when you got with your husband in the beginning, and you look back in y'all stop, and you look back in hindsight, do you see signs that he was a feminine man in the beginning?
No, because he always said when he saw things, or he is like, "Oh, that's so disgusting. Oh, that make my flesh crawl." Oh,
yeah, but I ain't talking about that. I'm not talking about how you talk, because how you talk and you walk is two different things. Did you see signs that he was feminine in the beginning or during the marriage before it dissipated?
Yes. I guess I did. Yeah.
Okay, give me a time frame. Or when you first noticed he had a little sugar in his tank.
He hit it very well because he played football and for a very well-known university. And then he would turn around and then he would say that I'm hurting so bad because this, that. But I could go back and forth with that because I'm like, maybe you did get hit too hard on the football field. Blah, 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 blah.
But I'm just saying, give me an age, baby. Give me a time when you notice he seemed feminine.
Probably
on
30
the football field.
After 10 years. 10 years after being in the military. So he got in the military. So probably 10 years after. Probably.
So how old were you being? How old was he then? How old was that, huh?
32 years old.
So he still was young.
He probably was about 32 years old.
Okay. I want y'all to listen to what this comment is.
32.
Okay, listen to this. Victim of insanity. If they are willing to fight for our country and keep us free, allow them to live their lives. What are you talking about? What does that have to do with somebody being married and living gay? Nothing.
Being gay. Being gay. So you gay too. You gay too. You gay too.
There's many gay people. They got gay women and men in the military.
I don't discriminate to each his own.
But that comment is open and it doesn't make sense. Because ain't nobody telling nobody not to live their best life. We're talking about what the signs were while she was married to her husband.
Married to her husband, right. See,
but nowhere in this conversation I tell somebody to hide a lie. So, victim, what are you talking about? So this is why I don't like people commenting. Because they don't even make no sense to comment.
Victim be coming to her with that extra stuff anyway.
Well, that's okay, because guess what? The finger can be on the dial.
Yeah, they should ask me. And
that don't even have any sense. That's the purpose of me asking Matt questions, so everybody can get an understanding of what her life was like.
I mean, and then people got their preference. They can be gay bi, or whatever. But if you married to a person, if the person don't know your sexuality, then I think it's fair to let that person know. So regardless if they don't know it, then they
Thank
find out
you.
10, 11 years down the line, it is a problem. Dang.
Well, victim, I don't know what
Thank
victim talking about anyway,
That's all
because
I'm
that
saying.
comment don't have anything to do with what I'm talking
Damn.
about. I'm talking about the signs. There's
That
nothing.
it
All I'm
got to
saying.
be a
And
problem.
Don't drag.
since you feel like that, then this conversation null and void, because then he should have came on out when he realized he liked men. Bye, Felicia.
Exactly.
Thank you.
They want to come here
Exactly.
with the
He could have
BS.
paid
It's
his
the
child
BS all
support
the
and his
time.
alimony, and I would have went on with my life. I would have went
This is
on with my
crazy.
life.
Don't say nothing. Just don't say nothing, please. Just don't say nothing.
But they
This
don't
goes on every
understand the
waking
gist
day.
of the military also. Because if he would have came out, he would have been paying over half of his check for alimony
Have
and
y'all
child
ever seen
Because
support.
they
that?
have
He
a
probably
because they
would
have
have
a
been getting
clause.
more
They had a
money
clause in there
unlike.
about him being gay. He knew that.
But that was like I said,
Exactly.
undercover. But
And I
like
know
that
that.
movie, Miss Miss C Mac, Queen. Like you heard that movie, like Sleeping with the Enemy.
Yes.
Okay, so
Oh
whatever
my
that person
God.
saying in the chat,
I
I don't care
said
about
that to
that.
my mother.
It's like sleeping with the enemy. And this is a true life story. So
I
when
said
y'all come
that.
here with this negativity, gone with that. We need this. We need this because sometimes somebody do gotta speak out there,
And I
hold it
was.
in, cause pressure bust pipes. Y'all some
I
ignorant
was.
people on YouTube, man.
Now,
That's why I don't like being sometimes on these
and
panels
they
because
Victoria.
are.
I'm
And
gonna
I
speak the
was
truth.
sleeping
But
with the
y'all
enemy
ignorant.
because
They ignorant, baby. Speak your truth because you might need this for yourself. You dealt with this man all these years.
that's
Then
right.
you got to go to the doctor, check your health and
And the
all that.
thing,
When you get too old, over 50, who want to keep running to the doctor? We got to think about mammogram, colon test,
I
all that. Damn. They ignorant coming in the
I
chat
run
just stupid.
I run to the doctor.
Shit.
I run to the doctor every year
Lord
because
have
I
mercy.
know what the
That's
situation
crazy.
happened to me because I was sleeping with the enemy. See,
Yeah.
when
Exactly.
just like Queen said, she asked the
Why we
question
can't lift
at the
each
beginning.
other
She
up?
said, "Did if you knew?"
Fuck.
And I'm just saying, oh, I was broke down. I was broke down. It took me
Hey,
three
I would have
years to
been
get
broke too.
myself back emotionally,
Man.
physically after 20
Why
something
we can't
years.
uplift each other?
So,
And they
I was
studying her.
very,
I'm looking at her.
Victoria.
but
Oh, I'm getting mad.
But
I'm
don't, I
finna
want
mute
you to stop.
myself.
Don't do it. Because that's what they want. That's why I say don't do it. Don't do it. I deal
no,
with this
I wish
every
they would
waking day.
email me and ask me
No,
that
you don't need
question.
nobody emailing you. No,
Ask
you do
me.
not. You don't owe nobody no explanation. I'm the hostess. I asked you the questions. You answered to the best of your ability. That's the end of the discussion. You don't owe nobody nothing in this chat.
And
In
that lady
the
told her
end, in
truth.
the end, don't nobody know nobody up in here, and you don't owe nobody no explanation. I asked you the question, you answered, and that's the end of it. I don't need nobody sitting up here making up stuff
And
about this and that, because that's not what we was talking about. Ain't nobody told nobody they couldn't be who they wanted to be. Because if that's the case, then this wouldn't even be a topic. Then if somebody would want to be free and live how they want to live.
They so ignorant.
exactly.
They just so ignorant.
Exactly.
They just ignorant, these bitches. Y'all need to grow up.
This is
Once
every
you
day. I
just
deal
get
with
this
this every waking day. Trust me, I deal with it all day, 24 hours a day. There's days
but
when
then it seems
I
like
don't
the
even like having the comments
listen,
on the
I'm gonna
videos.
say this. I'm gonna say this while I'm over here. Okay, because I done been on your channel for the past couple of days. I see people in the bushes that saying negative stuff, and I know they love troll names, but see, they follow me everywhere I go. But I'm just a subscriber. Leave me alone, and I'm gonna say what I want to say. And if I'm wrong, y'all check me. But at the end of the day, when I see if I come somewhere, don't hate.
Okay.
I'm genuine.
You know
You know what
what?
I'm
I
saying?
got I got something for your dusty tail.
What?
That's mean right there. Checkmate.
I just got checked. Because I'm tired of them talking in this chat.
I don't say nothing else because it's over with. They gone.
So you already know.
Ain't nothing we
You know
said.
what I'm talking about, right?
Ain't nothing nobody said here mean about nobody. You just as ignorant as the last person last weekend with that. And that lets me know 9 times out of 10 you got some homosexual tendencies yourself, because ain't nobody said nothing ignorant or disrespectful about nobody homosexual. I don't talk about it no more, because this is what I do every live. I got to talk to people like they in the 2nd grade. I'm not dealing with 2nd graders. Everybody here grown.
Amen.
And this is her truth. This ain't got nothing to do with nobody in the chat. This is her truth, her lifestyle, what she went through, her journey. And that's the bottom line, whether you like it or not. I already told you. I'm going to keep the hand on the dial. You're going to quit coming up in here disrespecting me in my chat.
Bye.
Thank you, Queen. Because at the end of the day, I'm not calling anybody's names, because I could call names, but I haven't said anybody's name. I just
You don't want to say nothing. See, this is what I keep trying to tell y'all. You don't owe these people no explanation. This is what they do. You see what time it is? It's 3:06. So that should check the mindset right there.
Well, it's 2 my way.
Either walk your dog or lay your tail down and go to sleep somewhere.
Or get on that boat and jump off and drown. Which way y'all want to go?
Oh God, you know what?
Which way y'all want to go?
I'm not putting up with it. I done told the moms that. It's a wrap.
Nah, can we have this?
But I just want to thank y'all before
I thank you. I thank you for what you had to say. I thank you.
11 years ago, I'm doing much better, but I bet you what, it won't be nobody. It ain't gonna be nobody closer to me that have any tendencies or closeness to gay tendencies to come close to me, C-Mac, anymore, ever in their lifetime.
Okay.
Well,
and it is what it is. It is, and that's what I said. It's a wrap, but that's what they want.
It's not my thing. It ain't your life. It ain't your life. And what's the attitude about what somebody talking about what went on in their life? It's not even your life. It's just somebody else's life. How you get an attitude? But that's what they do. They do this all the time. I tell you, everybody, this is every waking day. That's why I made the videos I made yesterday about the
bamboo.
Yes, the ball carrier and the bamboozler. This is what
beautiful
every day. This is not even your life. It don't even have nothing to do with you. What this woman talking about? It don't even affect you. Exactly. But I say it must affect you probably because you are gay. I said it.
Nah.
Yep.
Because you are possibly bisexual. Yep. You got offended.
But truth don't need no support. And if anybody is willing to come on here and tell their truth, don't come in here and dismiss of what we got going on. Let us be and go on about y'all way. Everybody want to come with the drama and want to do this, that, and the other. If we like reaching out to each other, sometimes you need that therapy. Like when I read the scriptures and all that the other night, because I'm tired of. I don't even have a channel, but every channel, my name pop. I'm tired of that. So I want to come somewhere to I can be relaxing. We can talk and laugh. Sometimes we might not agree.
The only place you gonna find that is on a beach where ain't nobody even walking on the same sand.
Exactly. Like I said about the footsteps last night. This lady came and told her truth. And it's the truth. Because undercover, like I said, and everybody got it. But it's a lot of people that's not willing to tell what this lady just told. Mm-hmm. I salute you, C-Mac Queen. You ain't have to come up here and say that.
Thank you.
Like I said, it's done now.
And it's gonna be all right.
Mm-hmm. Sure is.
All right, baby.
All of the ground is sinking sand.
That's all. He already carried you.
Thank you.
He already carried you, baby. You got
Amen.
And you say you went to the doctor and all that. You know what I'm saying? So you know what you got going on.
I go every year.
Yes, ma'am. You have
I'm
to. That's why
clear.
and it's for everybody that's in the
God gave
bushes.
me grace.
Everybody in the bushes, y'all listening, like I said earlier today. At the end of the day, protect yourself. Cover yourself. I'm 53. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody be like, no, girl, you ain't 53. Yes, I am. But it ain't what you do, it's how you do in life. Okay. And all that other
That's right.
washing machine, big
Okay.
backboard shit, leave it alone. You got you. And you done walked on. So he got you, babe. You already covered.
Mm.
And you're
And in the
not the
name
first
of Jesus,
person that
amen.
told me that, but I appreciate you saying it, and I know that I am. But they said,
Yes.
and Steve, well, somebody said this on the radio the other morning when I was going to work. They said, what you do in your 20s, you're going to answer it in your 30s. What you do in your 30s, you're going to answer 40, 40, you're going to answer 50. So
Yes, yes,
he going to answer
yes.
he going to answer for that. But see, me, I ain't got nothing to answer for because I'm not saying I walk on water, but I know what. I went in them streets laying down with no everybody. So that's
Mm.
why I'm covered.
In the name of Jesus, amen. You
But it
shield.
is what it is. So yeah, would I ever forgive somebody or let them come back in my life or anything like that after all this happened? No, ma'am. So I
You
just want
came
to
in
answer the question.
and you
That will
did. And
never
you came
happen.
and told your testimony on a Queen page. Also Queen page. You told a testimony. And as you was telling your testimony, I was over here praying for you, baby. I'm a praying at. I just pray, honey. But you told a testimony. You feel me? So I don't know if you feel me like I feel you when you
And
told, but you told your truth. You came on this Queen page and you told a testimony. That wasn't nobody business you just told. You told a
no, it was
testimony.
just my business.
Exactly.
It
And
was
you
my
told a
testimony.
testimony.
And I
That
made
was
it
your
through
testimony.
because they wanted me to fall. They wanted
Ooh,
me to
look at
have nothing.
that.
But I got it.
Ah, Lord Jesus. Yes, you did.
I
You told a
got it.
testimony. You gonna be all right, baby. You gonna be all right.
Hello. Thanks for joining
Amen.
me.
And y'all
You
have a
too,
good
see, baby. Have a
night.
wonderful
I'm gonna
weekend,
go
baby.
ahead
Thank you.
and charge
Okay.
off.
That's
Bye.
fine. Thank you, sweetheart.
Okay.
Okay. Bye bye. Good night. That was C Mac from Louisiana. Thank you so
Blessing
much.
Queen. Blessing Queen.
Oh,
Blessing Queen.
Lord have mercy.
That was a blessing.
Crystal, you got anything you'd like to add to this story? I thought you had something you wanted to tell us.
That was a blessing.
It's every
That was
day, girl. Nothing new.
that was
Oh,
a blessing, shenanigans. That was a blessing.
well, just saying. This goes on every day.
That was a testimony. Ooh, that was a testimony. Thank you, Jesus, baby. She gonna be all right.
Crystal, you want to come up, honey, before I check out of here?
All right.
I don't know where Night Owl went to.
I know she had clicked out, but I thought she was gonna click back in.
Hmm.
No, your link had dropped. I'm looking at it on the big screen.
Oh, okay. Okay, here comes Crystal. Hold on. Okay, thank you, Crystal, for dropping the link. How you doing, baby?
Hello.
You like to give a testimony before I check out of here?
I was with the gentleman for 2 years,
Give us your
and
age, please.
I'm
At that
sorry,
time. Give me your age at this time, please.
27,
Okay.
Oh,
and
you
he
okay?
was 29.
Okay.
We were together for 2 years.
Okay.
Um, and from the beginning, I I sensed it. I guess you have that woman sense that he was a little more feminine than usual, but I never seen him around men or anything like that. We were together all the time, so I just thought maybe I was, you know, just thinking way too much.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I had my son at the time, He was good to my son. He was a good provider, and I guess I should have known something because we didn't have sex for like a year. We were together for a year.
Lord.
Before we had sex.
Lord.
And I guess that should have been
like a TV show now.
I guess that should have been my.
Because I know some people do go a long time without, having sexual relations.
Yeah.
I'm not accustomed to hearing people who have gone that long without touching one another.
Yeah. So wow. So maybe that should have been my.
I'm gonna ask you this: how did you hold out a whole year? Because were you not attracted to him in that way? You know what I mean?
I was, but it was like it was something holding me back. Like, don't do it. It was
really?
just yeah.
I thought maybe it was him that wanted to do it. Okay, I got you.
I had that. I don't know. I just had that feeling it wasn't right.
Okay.
And sure enough, he sat me down and he told me, that he was bisexual, whatnot, and he wanted to stay with me. He wanted to work it out.
At least he did tell you.
Yeah.
But at what point did he tell you, Crystal, that he was bisexual?
Huh?
At what point did he tell you in a relationship that he was bisexual?
We were together 2 years.
Oh, that's too long.
And then I wanted more out of the relationship, and that's when he came out and told me.
You heard me, Victoria?
Because I started questioning you, like, are you attracted to me because we haven't had sex? So
I'm about to talk to Crystal.
No, I'm just saying myself. That's too long to go and not tell somebody.
Can I say this?
Yeah, because your feelings are already in there.
Yeah.
So I'm actually
and y'all ain't touched each other either.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm glad that he did. Well, at the time I was in college, so
I got my finger up. I got my finger up like in class. Can I speak?
OMG. Look, OMG times 20.
I got my finger up in class.
I'll put your finger up because I've been left the building when ain't no you ain't trying to touch my good kneecap.
I got my finger up in the class.
You ain't trying to rub Queen's feet, her good shoulder. I got some selfish skin, so I already know.
I got my finger up. Oh Lord, I got my. Hey, Crystal, you wait right there. I got my finger up in class. I'm waiting on Queen to say I can say something.
Hold on a minute. I'll be there in a minute. Knock on the door. If Victoria let you go ahead, knock on the door.
No, I got the finger up in class. Hey, Crystal, because I don't want you to say no more. You just wait a minute. I got my finger up. Wait a minute, because I'm. Y'all know I'm a notebook. You said y'all ain't had sex in a year.
Yeah, it was a whole year. Like we were kids.
I got my finger up again. Wait a minute,
we kissed, but no sexual intercourse.
Oh Lord,
14 touching. You talking about fully grown when you supposed to have some kind of relations at some point.
I got my finger up again.
And then we didn't live together, so
it didn't matter. It don't matter.
Yeah, we didn't live together, anything like that.
No, Dorothy, it was 1 year, not 2 years, Miss Dorothy. She said 1 year. I told y'all no, but
I still stayed with him 2 years. I still stayed with him for 2 years.
2 years, but you said y'all ain't had sex in 1 year.
1 year.
Okay, I got my finger up. Can I speak in class?
Your finger broke.
No, I got 4 more. And the other one is 5, so that's 9.
Yeah.
Hey, Crystal.
Okay.
What?
Am I on live? Yeah, I'm on live.
You ain't lying. You go sleep, Victoria. Don't, please.
Queen, can I please? It's time to preach.
But let me finish.
Let her finish telling the story. Let her finish telling everything. Then you go on, and then you go.
No, I don't want to finish telling after the first year. When they been staying together with 2 years, I just want to ask the question. So you said the first y'all was there for y'all ain't had sex for 1 year, right? Y'all been together for 2 years,
yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. I told you on the notebook, right? So in that 1 year.
He didn't tell me till after. He didn't tell me.
No. I ain't talking about when you found out about that. I'm talking about when y'all was doing a nookie, sucking on a doing a.
Yeah, no, not for 1 year.
You said a 1 year. So that whole 1 year.
Mm-hmm.
You thought he was playing patty cake with the ball?
Not patty cake. I'm dead.
Or Jax.
You know what I said? Yeah, you know what I said? Connect four. What the hell y'all doing? Playing Connect four.
So,
The wife. Oh, I can't.
okay,
Yeah.
you came in the topic. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Old school is in the building. So, you slept. So that means either you was going to get some other way, and he was going to get whatever the twisted way he went, right?
I have toys. I've always had toys.
Oh no, the batteries run out on that. Y'all be doing that. Oh no.
Too much. She dozed off.
Crystal.
You won't die.
Oh,
Victoria,
I don't discriminate though. But see, I'm 53. How old are you? 30 what?
I need a cookie.
You said, well, you might, yeah, no, you don't just drink some coffee.
No.
Anywho, Crystal. So
What?
you said you got toys, right? So you laid in the house with this man.
No, we didn't live together. We didn't live together.
Well, why the hell you bringing up about time you had sex with him and all? You could have went out and got you some nookie instead of the toy.
Yes, I could have, but I didn't. I don't
And
like
you was
grilling
being
like that.
honest with him for what? You was being faithful for what? Oh, you was being faithful to the toys or him?
I was being faithful, yeah, in a relationship when you with somebody, you know.
No. Okay, now we finna go back to the 2 years, okay?
Oh, Victoria, you killed.
You know not to put me on here. I'm gonna tell the truth.
Don't put yourself. You come up. You can remove yourself at any time and say, "Well, I got to go."
No, but you put me up here. Okay, I'm just listening to what she said. I'm trying to have a little baby out. Come on, little mama Crystal. Here we go.
Yeah.
Okay, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
So you did your toys. Then after the second year, you found out he did what?
Well, he told me that he was bisexual, but that's why he wasn't allowed.
Bob
That,
on the top. That's what all he did. Let me. So.
and I'm sure that I think that he was with other people.
So in the first year.
What you mean by other people?
Wait a minute.
I think that I think that he was with men.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But there was something.
You found that out in the second year, not the first year.
It was a little bit. It was before the second year. I think
okay, so you don't think in the first year when y'all wasn't staying together, he wasn't doing what he was doing to the second year?
No, I think he was. I think that he.
That's point I'm trying to get across.
Yeah, I think that he really found himself and figured, okay, yeah, I'm not bisexual. I like men more, and went more toward that way. I think he was on the fence when we were together. That's what I think.
So when he came to it, was it with men and women or just men?
When he came to, he told me he was bisexual.
Oh, so that means he wanted a man, right?
He wanted a man and he liked women.
Okay, right. Because you the woman. That's right. Right. So I guess the man was giving him more than him than the woman.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And he was saying that he wanted to stay with me, he wanted to work things out, and and he wouldn't be with anybody else and this and that, and he just had his preference. He liked men and women, but he was willing to be faithful to me, but I couldn't do it. That was just too much.
Gonna be faithful to you when he gonna run over at a job.
Yeah.
He can't be faithful. Hey, he already told you what he said, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So how he gonna be faithful to you? Okay, yeah. And this is for educational purposes only.
I hate
awareness.
It is not.
You've been to the doctor.
This is just jacked all the way up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because how the hell he gonna tell you he still want to be with you, but he still want to go do Dick, Don, and John?
Uh-huh.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You been to the doctor?
Oh yeah. I go to the doctor all the time.
Yeah, she didn't just ask her that. She been to the doctor. Yeah. Victoria.
Yeah, no, I mean this educates the person. Oh, hey, let me tell you.
What if she ain't been and she won't tell you the truth?
I know you gonna tell it tonight.
Yeah, I been.
Hey, this Freaky Friday. Tell your truth Friday. Anywho, baby, I salute you, Crystal. Let me tell you something.
Wow.
Are you still sleeping with him?
No, I'm not with him no more. That was girl. That was years ago. That was years ago.
So if he call you back right now today and say, "Ooh, Chrissy, you was the best man,"
No, I'm good. No,
okay, that's all I'm
no.
saying. Hey, cause let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Okay, you still protect yourself. You still have a soul within yourself. Okay, and I salute you for coming on the Queen Channel too, telling your truth, because you know what I'm saying. A real person will tell the truth. Okay.
It's life. That's
But
it. I
him
mean, it
right there,
happens.
he better watch himself. It's so much going out here. And a lot of people be scared to go to the doctor. They be scared to tell their truth. But if you don't go to the doctor and find out what's going on with you, you're gonna fade away. You feel me, baby?
Yep.
And I applaud you for coming up here. Okay?
Yeah.
And you say you protecting yourself, right?
Yep. Yep.
You what you got now? A little mandingo or something on the side?
You know what?
I'm married. I'm married. Been married 27 years now. This happened when I was younger.
Yes, and you said that. Yes, ma'am.
Yep.
Victoria all up in her dresser drawer.
Girl, when they reach out, I want to find out.
You got this, you got your toy, you got this. When you last time you been to the shop? What doing over here?
Yeah.
Mammogram.
Hey, when they want to reach out, we got to talk to them.
Ooh.
We got to let them know the love is, and we can be 15,000 miles away. The love is here. When you come on this panel and tell your truth, hey, it travels, okay, sweetie? And you made it. You feel
yeah.
You made it, baby.
Yeah. I'm glad that he said something way before God, C-Mac was with her husband for 20 years and then found out.
And that's why I said and to me, 2 years is too long. Any day over 1 is too long not to tell somebody the truth about how you feel of your sexuality.
Yeah.
That and you
Nene, what you mean? Nene, what you talking about? Nene talking about some I fade away. I ain't fade nowhere away. I'm right here.
Nene. Now, that's not good language.
Nene said, well, dang, Victoria, you home fade away. I don't know what that means.
Well,
explain that to me now. Can you see it, shenanigan?
Leave it alone.
Oh, that's a troll.
No, not a troll.
Well,
I'll tell you what. My thing is this, and I'm gonna say this: it doesn't matter if it's day 1 or day 20 or 20 years. Day of not telling the person the truth about your sexuality is too long.
Yeah, and it's wrong. It's wrong because your feelings and everything gets involved.
You're building a relationship on a lie.
Yeah, exactly.
Like in hindsight, they're telling themselves, "Man, why didn't I notice this? Or did I notice this? And I should have done this." You stole that from them. You stole something sacred from them that they thought they knew or that they had.
My thing was, Mr. Anakin, don't introduce me to nothing I don't know nothing about later.
Right.
It's sickening. It's sickening. Exactly. Just like, okay, I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna check out of here. Like, for instance, the man that decides that he wants to now become a woman, right? I've seen experience where the woman will stay with him, maybe not just become a woman, but let's just say he likes dressing in clothes. He hasn't transitioned as far as doing the surgery, but he likes to dress up. So they show these people abroad over in the UK, and she's walking down the street with her husband, and he dressed like a woman, and she was upset. She said, "I'm very angry. I'm vengeful at this point. I just feel like, why me? I love this man. Why all of a sudden I've been married to he want to dress up and start wearing women clothes." But my thing is, once he told you that he wanted to dress in women clothes, you should have just moved on, because now he's revealing who he really is, even though it was late in life. But my thing is, what comes next after the putting the lady clothes on?
Then that means don't introduce. Yes, ma'am. And that means don't invite me to your other life that I don't know nothing about.
But she loved him, and she was,
Exactly.
she was angry, and I get it. She was angry. She still loved the man who she thought she knew, so she didn't want to leave the marriage. He didn't willingly leave her either. So here these people are dangling on to what was yesterday, and now she walking downtown Main Street with a big old burly man in a dress and high heels. I was dead. I said, man, forget all that. I'd have took a pocketbook and beat him upside his head. Man, go with all that. Go with all that.
I don't know. I'm not understanding these timings.
Cried out.
Okay, yes, I was on live with you last night, but I couldn't understand what you said earlier. Maybe you typing too fast. What are you saying? We on shenanigans. What?
Okay, don't engage. I don't want y'all engaging because somebody gonna get an attitude. Please stop. Just stop.
Okay, when I get a dress, I'm gonna engage. So I'm just gonna drop down because I'm not understanding.
But I'm gonna get out of here while y'all engage.
No, I don't want you to. Because I'm enjoying it.
I'm ready to go. The big girl ready to go lay down. It is going into hour 2.
Oh, so you tired?
Oh yeah.
Okay, you tired.
Well, I done did 2 hours plus on the last one, baby.
Well, baby, I came in late, baby.
But ain't nobody told you you're supposed to be sleeping.
I had to get out for work. I did 12 hours, baby. Dang,
I can't stay up no 5 hours. I'm tired. Queen tired.
I said I did 12 hours of work.
You forgot I stayed up late early. Yes.
Oh Lord, we stayed up later than this last night and had a fucking good time.
You want me to mess up my good heart?
Oh Lord, no, I want that heart back tomorrow. So I'm gonna let you go.
Look, I'm gonna give y'all rest tomorrow. Y'all ain't getting no more.
I'll probably see you about the next
Sunday school and go back to regular school on Monday.
Okay, that's all right. I got you on speed dial.
So funny. Oh Lord, I can't. Thank you so much, Crystal. Thank y'all.
All over things said I was gone, and anywho, Nay, girl, come up here, Nay.
No, ain't no coming up. No, Victoria.
No, we laughing at each other now. Come on, Nay.
Y'all gonna be by yourself. I'm getting ready to go.
Wait a minute. Let Nay come on. Nay, I was looking for you.
Thank you, Crystal. I appreciate it. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank y'all so much. But this has been an interesting.
Girl, you were talking too fast. Nay. Hey, Nay, girl, you know you my girl.
Look, you know what, Victoria,
before we get
up. Lay down.
Girl, I ain't going. Didn't I say I decorated?
You couldn't been decorating. You been up here the whole time. How you been decorating?
I'm doing no. I got y'all on live on my big screen. I'm doing my grandkids' room. Remember, I'm in the new house.
You don't sound like you've been moving around to me.
Y'all ain't gotta know what the hell I'm doing and shit. This my avatar.
And you don't even know what these folk doing in their dresser drawers. How about that? So y'all eat.
I know what I am. I'm folding up their underclothes and their t-shirts and putting their
all up under there. They got pins and safety pins. quarters of the
dresser. Ain't nobody to play with you. I am decorating. What they say, decorating. You know how other people they decorate on their channel and put all the little
faces. I like those videos. Those are soothing videos to me. I like videos like that.
Yes, I love them.
Matter of fact, I take that over doing this because this right here is.
Girl, Nay back. She's just talking about I type as fast as you talk. You too funny.
Thank you for watching. Thank you, Miss Victoria.
I love y'all.
Y'all like, share, subscribe, drop your comments below. Please share the content.
Girl, you know they already screenshotted it anyway.
If you want to donate to the channel, $129. All super chats are welcome during the live. Thank you, my guests.
You're welcome, Crystal. You are welcome. You was beautiful.
Y'all be careful, okay? And have a good weekend. Queen is going to get some rest. Put her fat feet up. And rest. Ain't about to be in ICU with no blood clots fooling with y'all.
Hey, Nay, you too late. We finna go.
Victoria, I'm letting you off of here. You crazy.
I'm leaving anyway.
Okay. Bye. Thank you all for joining me so much. The mods, for watching over the chat. God bless all of you. Stay safe. And until the next live, this is Everyday Shenanigans. And you were just in the personal space of Miss Beverly's Weekend Vibes. She'll be back. Thanks a lot. Bye. Thank you all.